What's up guys, I'm back. I know it's been like 6 months since I last made a video, but I should be back and able to do this consistently now. If you want to know about where I've been, I'll talk about that at the end, I guess. It's not really that important. So with that said, let's get started talking about the worst clickbait videos of the week. First up, we got how I got my Tesla for free. This one had me curious, like, what do you gotta do to get a free Tesla? Kidnap Elon Musk? Now, it's not exactly what this guy did. Well, he didn't really get a Tesla for free either. What actually happened here is he made a video about how he got a Tesla for $78 a month after you factor in a series of tax credits, refunds, and write-offs. That video got a lot of attention and made him much more money than the car is worth, so it was as if he got it for free. Next up, we got Pepe Pig is making Peta angry. Well, it's not exactly what it sounds like. You see, there's a Pepe Pig live stage show, and Peta has been sending letters to the theaters it's being performed at, asking them to not serve animal-based food because they don't think it's right for kids to be eating a pepperoni pizza while watching a show about pigs, and instead they're asking them to serve things like vegan pizza. So they're not exactly mad with Pepe Pig, more so the theaters. Will nationwide protests cause spikes in coronavirus cases? Well, don't know for certain, but probably. Will Yellowstone erupt in 2020? Probably not. Most scientists think it's unlikely. Could solar storms destroy civilization? Well, if we're not prepared for them, they could cause massive electrical blackouts. But we are mostly prepared, so it doesn't seem likely. I'm gonna be honest, unlike most of the videos I talk about, this one was actually entertaining to watch. Kinda unfortunate, its title was definitely bait, but if you're bored and want the full story, I'd say this one was definitely worth the watch. Can a virus get a virus? Surprisingly, yes. There are certain types of larger viruses that can be infected by other viruses. This is another one that was actually entertaining and worth watching, but everything else I talk about, kinda garbage. What happens if you use too much laundry detergent? In this video, they used an entire bottle of laundry detergent and fabric softener, and all that really happened were their clothes got tinted blue and smelled strongly of laundry detergent. The first ever crime has just been committed in space. So an astronaut aboard the International Space Station was going through a divorce and used the Wi-Fi aboard the space station to log into their partner's bank account to keep tabs on her. Partner claimed this was identity theft, but she claimed that she was just overseeing their joint finances. Am I pregnant? Well, not me, I don't have the parts for that, but is this girl pregnant? And yeah, she's pregnant. I mean, who's gonna make a video about if they're pregnant and then not be pregnant? Now, I think a lot of people are going to hate a 15-minute long video about announcing a pregnancy test, because that can be done in 2 seconds. But honestly, if you have a large enough following that you can make money by putting something like this out, it'd kind of be stupid not to. Like 6 years from now, if I'm a bit over 100k subs, I might do the same thing, because it's literally free money. Except, you know, when I do it, after I piss on the test and it comes back negative, I'll just be like, yeah, what do you expect? I'm a guy. Speaking of guys, apparently this guy scammed Pawn Stars out of $10,000. And maybe he did, but he's not in that video, so we don't know. Star Wars movies ranked worst to best by Rotten Tomatoes scores. Well, I'm just gonna show you the rankings all on screen at once, and you can pause it if you want to. The only movies coming to theaters in July. Well, we have Tenet, Mulan, and Unhinged. Well, of course I couldn't do one of these without having a BuzzFeed video. So here we have a bodybuilder versus a sumo wrestler in arm wrestling. Now they did a best of 3, and here's how match 1 went. And now here's match 2. And that's it. Woo! So how many soda cans can you fit in a Pringles can with a hydraulic press? 120. There, that's it. We're done. Bully breaks this nerd's glasses. What happens next will shock you. Because of the title for this one, I thought it was going to be a real story, but it's actually just a fictional story in the style of a short film that's supposed to teach a lesson or something. So anyway, what happens in this story is a bully makes fun of a kid, breaks his glasses, then years later, the kid who was bullied is a famous professional boxer, and the bully is a homeless man asking him for money. They recognize each other, and the homeless man gets scared thinking he's about to get beat up. But instead, the boxer thanks him and says he got into boxing because he wanted to be able to defend himself from the bully, and that it was thanks to the bully that he is where he is today. And then the boxer gives him a bunch of money. So yeah, this was just a cute little story meant to teach a moral lesson or something, and I guess the takeaway here would be, make sure you bully kids, because one day they might be rich and give you money if you do. You won't believe what was found in this abandoned school. Well, they found an abandoned school with nothing out of the ordinary inside. Man cuts open rare meteorite he discovered. What was found inside is truly mind-blowing. Well, scientists found a meteorite, cut it open, found that it was a palisite, which is a rare type of meteorite that has olivine crystals in it. For the purpose of this video, that just means that it looks cool and is worth a lot of money. So the last two videos I'm going to talk about are a bit different because they aren't exactly singular videos, but instead multiple videos about a viral trend. First up, there's a whole bunch of videos that started resurfacing with the title, "Put this in any corner of your room for 24 hours and see what happens." Basically, these videos claim that if you put salt and vinegar in a corner of your house, it will remove the bad energy from that area, and obviously this works by doing literally nothing because bad energy isn't a thing. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this trend has me disappointed, only because I'm disappointed that enough people believe in stuff like this for this trend to even be a thing. But if you thought this was crazy, buckle up because it gets even crazier. You see, there are now videos trending that say to put brown vinegar and salt under your bed and crazy things will happen. And when I say crazy, I mean flippin' crazy. This is a direct quote from one of these videos about what will happen if you do this. The witchcraft powers in your life will be exposed, and you will begin to see the witches that have been bewitching you, and the witches will also see you, which will result in an outbreak of war. If you are lucky enough to wake up and make it out of the witch fight, you'd have one hell of a story to tell, but this can also lead to death because you'd be fighting with dark forces above you. You cannot tell me that is not the most crazy thing you have ever heard. There are actually thousands of people believing that if you do this, you will have to win a fight to the death with the witches in your dreams, or you will die. That is literally the most insane thing I've ever heard in my entire life. It is the year 2020, and people are still believing in witches. And not only that, they're believing that putting common kitchen items under your bed will spawn them in your dreams. But you know, it is the year 2020, and things have been wild so far. Maybe all that's been because of witchcraft. Maybe witches are real. So, last night, I decided to give this a go. I got my brown vinegar, I got my salt, I put it under my bed, I hit the lights and went to sleep. And I have to say, I was shocked. My mind was blown because when I went to sleep, I experienced literally nothing out of the ordinary at all because witches aren't real. I just can't believe we still have to tell people that paranormal things aren't real. There's no such thing as witches or bad energy, and just really anything that's labeled as paranormal almost certainly isn't real. Now, don't get me wrong, I wish it was, because that would make life a lot more interesting, but sadly, you know, it's not. So that's the end of this video. Yeah, I had to take a bit of a break, but hopefully I'll be posting weekly now. School ended up just being more work than I expected it to be, and then I had to move out due to COVID, and you know, life's been a bit of a mess since then, but I think I'm settled in now and should be back doing this frequently. With that said, if you want, please like and subscribe because it takes 2 seconds, it's free, and other people say it helps out, but I don't really know because I'm not a YouTuber. So anyway, adios.